Hey, what's cracking, y'all? It's your boy J-Rock. You know, I'm Sierra Era Igra. You're listening to Droids Canada podcast. Huh?
Hey gang, Ralph Garman here.
This is Inspector Gadget. Hello, this is Andrew Chalmers, the writer and doctor in Doctor Who Dark Journey.
Hello, this is Dr. Steve-O.
Hey, what's cracking, y'all? It's your boy J-Rock.
This is James Duval.
Hey, what's the sitch? This is Kim Possible.
This is Jeremy Taggart.
I'm Chris Holden Reed.
I'm Commander Shep.
Hey, I'm DJ Jenny Rock.
And I'm Neil Young.
Hey, this is Andrew Cassess.
Hey, this is Pat Mastroianni from Degrassi, Joey Jeremiah.
This is the evil Dr. Bad Vibes. Then this is Messy Bear. And this is more from X-Men.
Hi, this is Robert Carradine.
This is Sean Gunn.
Hey, it's Zach Callison.
Hey everyone, it's Tammy Stronach from The Neverending Story.
Everybody, this is the Governator. Listen, I'm telling you this, okay? So listen to me carefully. You're listening to Droids Canada. Can you believe that? I can't believe you're listening to it. Come with me if you want to live.
Warning. Listener discretion is advised.
That means there's a lot of fucking swearing.
Hello.
Better step it up, Ralph. So we're at Forest City Comic-Con. Man, I get a lot of interviews today. Today I found the elusive. Elusive? Well, I say that sarcastically because everywhere I go I see him. It doesn't matter what convention it is. It could be a huge convention. It could be a small 50-person convention. You will find the great, the one and only, an elegant weapon, Jay Clark.
Oh, it's awesome to be here, but I see you everywhere I go too, man.
Well, most of them. We pumped the brakes.
You got to get a little more stateside.
Well, I heard what was mentioned to Danmo about a potential one next year in Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
And it really seemed like the way how it was positioned to him, what he positioned to me, is that you really want us there.
I've said that before. I've said that in the past. I've always wanted to bring you guys out to Philly. I'm very lucky to actually be involved as part of that show as the panel coordinator.
Yeah.
So it's one of those shows I actually can bring people out to attend rather than just saying, meet me at this show or you should try this show. So, no, I'd love to get, we try to get as much Canadian content down there and spread the love. So I really want to have you guys come down and join the party. It's a great time,
Well, yeah, we wanted to last year, but then Dan, of course, had to go to Disney for the 500th time of the year.
Right.
I don't understand his obsession or his wife's obsession with Disney, but he goes that much.
Yeah,
I'm not even
a thing for it, eh?
I know. Well, he takes his one phone we use for recording sometimes. It is just loaded with Disney pics from years. I'm like, okay, listen, man. I'm digging through Disney pics. Slow down. So apparently it's only going to be one time next year.
Oh,
and I'm I already called bullshit on it.
Right, yeah. Well, Dan's got to get his shit together. Because we're here and you're not, Dan.
No, Dan is he is the rated G parent. He is literally Danny Tanner. That guy.
You know what, come to think of it, I don't think I've ever even heard him swear.
He swore on the podcast. I purposely bleeped it out.
No, really?
And
he should have left it for us all to hear in its glory.
He dropped the C-bomb.
Wow.
The C-sucker bomb. And I'm like, what? I had to go through. See, even I'm not willing to say it, but
right.
I'm like, Dan. And he said, fuck a few times. I'm like, okay, I'm bleeping this out. This is not Dan. He goes, I'm sorry.
Where'd your filthy mouth
I don't even remember what he was so upset about, but it riled him up, and I was so shocked about that. So we're at Forest City. What are you up to today?
Well, I came...
First off, yes, we know. That's why I stopped you right there.
Right.
Because you can't... the great Jay Clark was spent as he walked over to me and knew Doug. Tell us what you did this morning, because... Sir, I never want to see that look in your eyes again. That was the pure eyes of ecstasy.
It's very, very rare that I get nervous or I get thrown off. I'm not one to fanboy out. But here at the show is my absolute hero, Ralph Garman, who I got to podcast with for the second time and the first time in person today. So I am 3 feet off the ground. I'm giddy, I'm nuts, and you caught me just after I recorded with him, and literally I was shaking. I didn't even know what to think. I'm glad I pulled it off, to be honest.
I mean, it's funny because you walked over and even New Doug's like, "Oh my God, look at this guy."
I was freaked. I was in shock. I mean, this is a guy for the past 8 years who has been my prime influence. I look to this guy for everything. He's an incredible entertainer. He's funny. He's enlightened. He's got a very intimate relationship with his fans, right?
Right.
So being part of that and then finally getting to meet him, I mean, that's something we talked about while recording. I was like, everybody must feel like they so know you and you're meeting all these people for the first time. It's got to be a trip, but he loves it. He feels like he has family everywhere, you know? So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. There's Elvira and Morticia.
I know.
And I took a picture with them earlier because that's wonderful.
Now I know.
Yeah.
She put it on her Facebook. I'm doing a new cosplay. I'm like, I wonder what that is. Now I know.
Wait, is that Tanith?
No.
No, who is that? Do you know? Sometimes I can't tell the cosplayers because they're
Yeah, I know, right? Got a whole new cosplay. I got to put this down for a second because
who are we talking? Who are the cosplayers? Do you know them?
I'm making you work for it. I'm not going to tell you.
It's not Candy cosplay.
No, it's not. No.
It's not Tanner.
Keep going.
I can't remember any of the other names.
That's bad. Oh, what?
The only one that ever...
I'm so jealous during your interview that they didn't do an announcement.
During mine?
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
Oh, they did.
And Ralph went, hold on, let's let them finish this nonsense because you can cut that out. I was like, you're a fucking professional, Ralph.
I just carried the conversation. Like he was just still talking to me about it. And well, I guess she didn't want to come say hi to me. Whatever.
Oh, no. Who is it? You don't even know, do you? Yeah. Calling me.
I know what her cosplay is. I just don't remember her name.
Did you run into Mr. Messiah today yet?
I did.
He looks great. Messiah Complex cosplay.
15-minute shoot interview on Dan.
Yeah, nice.
Because he's hired Dan in his puns.
Oh my God.
He's just done apparently. So
being friends with Jay Fosgett, puns become a regular part of your routine on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I still have yet to know anyone, although you're pretty good, Shay, with your puns, but Fosgett's the king. The king of the pun. Jay Fosgett, just so you all know.
He's putting you over
like the
for
prince
puns.
of the
Like
pun.
there's other.
You're the clown
He could
prince
say
of pun,
this
Shay.
great artist beside me. He's like, nah. He's only gets put over for puns.
Whatever. Joe Shuster Award nominated nonsense. No, he's good at puns.
Wow.
That's
he's
what
not.
we
He's
want
not
to
working
put
for
out.
you today, is he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I work for no man.
Oh, what? No. He works for Fosgett. I know the
Only
story.
in New York. In New York Comic-Con,
Always
I
Fosgett.
do go to actually specifically work for Fosgett because New York's too nuts. He's drawing constantly, so he's got to have someone running his table, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's a nutty affair, but New York it's a whole other
What?
world.
You know what? So I decided you're the inspiration for this. I'm
Right.
like, I looked at Dan, like San Diego, fuck it, it's not happening. I'm just done.
Yeah.
Like we were looking at prices, and I even talked to Tanith because she went this year.
Oh yeah.
The whole conversation, not the con, but the money. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm not going to do it.
Right. Yeah.
So I said to Dan, New York's got to happen. New York's got to happen.
New York's a trip.
So I
man.
got these giant jars.
Yeah.
Of you know how you can buy those jars that you can't open. You have to screw them open. Like you have to cut them open with a can opener.
Yeah.
Full of toonies and loonies, and I have 2 of them full. And I'm like, listen, I need $4,000. That is the goal.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I've been all over the United States. I've never been in New York.
It was my first time in the city as well. So not only was the con a trip, but just going to New York
So
City.
I said to Dan, next year, 2019, New York Comic Con, boom, there's the money.
Yeah, good move, man. It's,
I have to.
It's not even it's like Comic Con, but it's just another level above. It's America. It's big. It's bold. It's crazy. It's nuts.
And you know what?
It's loud. It's colorful. You know.
I don't know about you, but me, going to conventions so much is kind of slowly wearing down on me a little bit. So that's why last year we did 15.
Right.
This year we're ending at 8.
You got to be selective when it
And
gets
that's
to a
what
certain
it was.
point.
It's like appearance. And now I know what it feels like to be a comic artist. Like how many conventions they go to.
Oh, the grind is
insane.
crazy. And then they sit at one spot all day. We get to run around and have fun. These guys actually have to work for this, right?
God,
like
making money.
Oh, it's hard.
I don't make money, so there's the difference.
Exactly, right?
But
but it's also like I'll go to a con if it's close to small and convenient. But most of the cons I go to, I have like a regular circuit every year that I do.
Right.
So Philly, obviously, and then I always do Motor City.
Yeah, let me pick this up because this is on top of his artwork he pitched us. So now I feel like I'm being a dick to him.
Oh, they're prints.
They're like $2.
To me.
Wow. Dude, fire him. Fire him right now. Fire him.
He's just my driver. He doesn't
Oh, no, so that's about it. Okay, well, that won't. I'll fire you until 6 when I'm done.
But my thing is I do my little circuit that I always do, but every year I try to do one con that I haven't. So every year I try to throw one in there that I haven't experienced before. Like a few years ago, I did C2E2.
Yes.
And that was a
That's
super
on the bucket
trip.
list for us.
That
as well.
was incredible. Beautiful town, Chicago, but all right. Oh, that's.
I don't think he's going to sell anything though, but
I might, just for not what it's worth, probably.
sell it, but
yeah.
Next
year, because Fan Expo has been moved to the weekend before
Yes.
Labor Day, back to the way it used to be, so we get Labor Day back. But I have never been able to attend Dragon Con because it's always the same weekend.
Yes.
So I'm seriously considering Dragon Con this year. That might be a cool trip.
Well, we're on the fence. Like every year, I've always added it, like what you're doing, a new convention I've never been to, preferably a more mainstream one. 2 years ago was Montreal. Amazing.
I still have yet to try
Oh
that
my God,
one.
you have to go.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to. I've recently become a publicist for SourcePoint Press Publishing.
Oh.
So Montreal is one we're hoping to put on the list next year.
I'll catch you in a bit.
Looking forward to
You
it.
wanna walk
Hi. How are you?
He's just talking away anyways.
That's what we do.
That's what he does. Okay, I'll find you.
It's gonna be a long day. This is a long con.
It's funny because I only have one more interview and I'm done.
Really?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
No, because you know what?
some new kids
But what I
then.
like about the smaller conventions is that you can walk in, bang out everything you need to do, and then you're like, okay, so that's new Doug. I'm not doing video. That's Dan's bit. I like, you know what? That's always gonna be concentrate on your TV. That is Dan's stuff.
Totally. Yeah.
For me though, I'm kind of picking on him today. So I have an interview. I'm like, here's something funny. 3 interviews over 10 minutes.
Nice.
Beat that. Because I always chip at him like, your interview is 5 minutes, Dan.
Yeah, you gotta push it till like I think I got about 15 in with Ralph today, which is at a con really.
It is. I think about 10 or 12,
Yeah,
mainly because of the loudspeaker.
Well, we beat him too before the crowd came in, right?
Yeah.
Which normally I don't do, but he was just sitting there on his phone, so I figured.
Yeah,
at
why
least
not?
ask,
It's the worst
you
that
know?
can happen.
But I was, like you say, I was lucky that I had that pre-connection that he was on my show.
That I used.
Yeah, no worries.
Shamelessly.
We have to shamelessly help each other.
And that's how
you
it
get the
should be.
convert.
You know, if there's any contacts that I may know that you.
Of course. Well, I've loved seeing a lot of interviewing today, and a lot of people I don't know or haven't heard of, but there's lots of little pods popping up around.
Yeah.
And,
It's nice to have competition.
I encourage. I don't look at it like that. Everybody on Earth should have a podcast.
This podcast is a proud member of the Points of Interest Podcast Network. Visit us today at poipodcast.com.